Hola, ¿qué tal? In this beginner level Spanish lesson, we are going to learn all about the present perfect grammar tense in Spanish, el pretérito perfecto, that is used to describe things we have done. The English present perfect and the Spanish pretérito perfecto are fundamental grammar tenses that we use a lot in everyday conversation. Example sentences of the present perfect in English are I have eaten a pizza. In Spanish, he comido una pizza. And she has worked in an office. In Spanish, ella ha trabajado en una oficina. In Spanish, we use the auxiliary verbs he, has, ha, hemos, habéis, han, in a similar way to have and has in English. And the main verb in both Spanish and English is always a past participle. In this Spanish lesson, we will see how to make regular past participles for Spanish verbs ending in ar, and ir. We will see some of the regular Spanish past participles. We will practice conjugating the verb trabajar, to work, for all of the different persons. We will see common keywords that are always used with the Spanish Pretérito Perfecto. And we will see examples of the Spanish Pretérito Perfecto in use. And finally, we will look at adverbs commonly used with Spanish Pretérito Perfecto. So let's start with how to form Spanish past participles. With verbs finishing in AR, you'll have to put the ending ado. So, trabajar is trabajado. With verbs finishing in ER, the ending is ido. So, comer is comido. And with verbs finishing in IR, the ending is also ido. So, vivir is vivido. Let's see now some example sentences using the verb trabajar with the Spanish Pretérito Perfecto. So, if you want to say I have worked, you'll say yo he trabajado, or only he trabajado. To say you have worked to one person in a friendly way, you'll say tú has trabajado, or only has trabajado. You have worked to one person in a formal way is usted ha trabajado, or you can only say ha trabajado. He or she has worked is él or ella ha trabajado, or only ha trabajado. We have worked is nosotros hemos trabajado, or only hemos trabajado. You have worked to a group of people in a friendly way is vosotros habéis trabajado, or only habéis trabajado. You have worked to a group of people in a formal way is ustedes han trabajado, or only han trabajado. They have worked is ellos or ellas han trabajado, or only han trabajado. And if you want to make a negative sentence, you'll have to put the word no before the verb haber. He, has, ha, hemos, habéis, or han. So, for example, if you want to say I haven't worked, then you'll say yo no he trabajado. Or you can also say no he trabajado. Let's see now the regular verbs used in the Spanish Pretérito Perfecto. Opened is abierto. Resolved is resuelto. Put is puesto. Done is hecho. Covered is cubierto. Broken is roto. Returned is vuelto. Discovered is descubierto. Written is escrito. Said is dicho. Seen is visto. And now we'll see some vocabulary used with the Spanish Pretérito Perfecto. Today is hoy. 5 minutes ago is hace 5 minutos. An hour ago is hace una hora. A while ago is hace un rato. This morning is esta mañana. This afternoon is esta tarde. This evening is esta noche. This week is esta semana. This month is este mes. This year is este año. This weekend is este fin de semana. This summer is este verano. This winter is este invierno. And now we'll see some examples of the Spanish Pretérito Perfecto describing what has been done today. She got up very early. Se ha levantado muy temprano. She took the child to school. Ha dejado al niño en el colegio. She had breakfast with some friends. Ha desayunado con unas amigas. She opened her email. Ha abierto su correo electrónico. She read a novel. Ha leído una novela. She has worked a lot in the office. Ha trabajado mucho en la oficina. She had an important meeting. Ha tenido una reunión importante. She met her mother and they had lunch together. Ha visto a su madre y han comido juntas. She arrived late to pick up her son. Ha llegado tarde a buscar a su hijo. She went to the city by car. Ha ido en coche a la ciudad. She put the child to bed. Ha acostado al niño. She went out for dinner with some friends. Ha salido a cenar con unos amigos. And now we'll see some adverbs used with Spanish Pretérito Perfecto. Already is ya, and not yet is aún no o todavía no. So let's see some examples. If you want to say, have you written the postcard? Which is, ¿has escrito la postal? If the answer is, I have already written it, you'll say, sí, ya la he escrito. But if the answer is, I haven't written it yet, then you'll say, no, aún no la he escrito. O, no, todavía no la he escrito. If the question is, has Pedro arrived? In Spanish you'll say, ¿ha llegado Pedro? If you want to answer, yes, he has arrived already, then you'll say, sí, ya ha llegado. But if the answer is, no, he hasn't arrived yet, then you'll say, no, aún no ha llegado. O, no, todavía no ha llegado. If you want to say ever, you'll say alguna vez. And never is nunca. So if you want to ask, have you ever skied before? You'll say, ¿has esquiado alguna vez? And if the answer is, no, I have never skied, then you'll say, no, nunca he esquiado. So this is all for today. To start with, the Spanish present perfect may seem a little tricky, but with a bit of time and practice, you will see that it is in fact quite straightforward to use and relatively easy to remember. One of the trickiest things, as always, is remembering the regularities. In this case, the irregular past participles. There are always exceptions to every grammar rule, and it is vital to be aware of all the irregularities in addition to learning and remembering all the main regular rules. There are never that many irregular Spanish verbs connected to any specific grammar tense, so take your time, relax, and look upon them as a challenge. If you make yourself aware of them and start practicing right from the start, you will be amazed at how quickly you remember them. Enjoy your Spanish studies and see you next time. Hasta luego!